We're just gonna read some Reddit pages and just chill for a bit, unwind, and see what the fuck people are thinking. Do 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 do. Hi, hi. Let's read some Reddit pages. I got some titles that just kind of caught my eye from like a couple of Reddits. I essentially hang out on like discussions, shitpost, XAV, or tales from Duty Finder. Like sometimes some titles are just gonna catch my eye, and sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I just am curious about what the fuck is happening. Those are the two cases. I'm either curious about the title, or I'm just curious about the crimes committed in it. First one being Ultimate Legend, by the way. Actual bizarre interaction. Censored is person I queued with. They had basically nothing to do with this. I don't need to provide logs if they're already owning to it themselves. Yes, we vote dismissed them and completed the rest of the dungeon with just 3. How are you in Ultimate Legend have not cast a single holy this dungeon? I'm not gonna mix it up. Fuck that out. What? Hold on. Who is the person, like... Censored person is the queue, they had absolutely none of this. I don't need to provide logs if they're already owning up to themselves. Yes, we know. Vote dismissed them and completed the rest of the dungeon with just 3. Okay, so wait, hold on. So because the person is like has a title, they okay. Because like I've had this happen to me before. And it's like usually people think that's gonna be like a big job at you. Like, oh my god, Ultimate Legend, you know, or Heavenly Legend doing mistakes. It's like that is very common in a lot of like Duty Finder or Party Finder. There's a reason I don't even wear my titles anymore, just because the barista from the end of the universe is kind of sounds cooler to me. I don't even wear my mentor crown anymore, because like if I'm gonna help someone, I'm just gonna help them. I'm not gonna be a mentor. I don't need to also wear my fucking titles. I'm not gonna like have a shiny badge to show like, hey, I'm better than you. Just to, if you are Ultimate Legend. I mean, I am Ultimate Legend, I am Heavenly Legend, I am also... Which one is the Yuka one? Is it just the Legend? Something like those lines. You must do everything right. Oh, fuck no. Fuck no. Like, people work for those things as rewards, but then we get called out so often. So often. It's like, sometimes you will have legends that cleared things and get a title, right? But they cleared it, for example, on tank, or for example, they cleared it on DPS, and now they're leveling healer, you know? Just in preparation for the expansion, right? So sometimes this situation will happen, you're gonna get called out because you're wearing the fucking title. Because, like, I know I'm not even finishing reading the... Actually, let's finish this and I'll tell you a story in a bit. I'm watching a movie, smile, okay? And actually do your shit. Do you like to cry, little friend? I mean, wait, what the fuck? Wait, hold on. Not cast a single holy this dungeon. Is that like... Is he... I mean, to be fair, like... I wouldn't mind if someone... Because like sometimes even I'm chill in dungeons. Sometimes I'm kind of like... lackluster focused. I'm not really optimizing my dungeons. Like, I know I have AoE. Sometimes I'll just start like just spreading dots instead, just so I can just kind of do things outside, like between GCDs. Sometimes, hell, I'm editing while I'm in dungeons. That's like normal. Sometimes people chill, but like calling out someone for being an Ultimate Legend. Like, we can delve into this all you want. Like, there's no 2-target DPS on Ultimate Legend, it doesn't matter. He wouldn't have learned about Holy. That's not an excuse. It's like, just because you have a Legend tile doesn't mean, like, you know everything in the game. Because, like, a lot of casuals don't understand just how easy it is to get, like, a Legend title. Out of, like, at least 3 Ultimates. At least 1 you can get a Legend title. It's not that hard, believe me. And it's like Legend... But for some reason, anyone who has any Legend title... is getting like all this shit as if they're supposed to be like some weird tier above others. People don't understand that like clearing an ultimate is not really essentially a distinction for that. But yeah, it's just like calling someone out because of a title and then just immediately judging for some reason. It's just like by the looks of it, they're immediately just cussing them out. They're immediately just calling out the title and cussing them out. In any of my dungeons, this person would be kicked out. Specifically this one. Actually, okay, so let's check them out. Crave Emisch. Emisch. On Primal. They clear. This person also cleared ultimates. Okay. Has some minions, has some mounts. Uwu, DSR, top. Okay. They cleared 3 tiers this expansion. I like how close they are. They're very close here. All jobs 90. Sort of bis. They play tank. Activity. They've been doing ultimates. On a healer, okay. So, it looks like, yeah, they are essentially just healing ultimates. Okay. But like, I feel like the dude is like, he has played the game long enough to kind of not be a dickhead to people. Why are you calling out other legends? Let's see the other one, Ray Valkov. Ray Valkov. Also Hyperion. Oh, see. So the dude just has Uwu cleared. Not really any achievements. He's definitely one of the newer players. Maybe have played like for a year or so. But like, a lot of these jobs are very like specific. Maybe he started leveling some of them. Dancer is not even picked up. Void Vessel. So he cleared an ultimate. He cleared 1 tier. It also looks he might have been just chilling the fuck out and he's just coming back for the expansion. It's like, I'm looking at this, it's like, okay, meanwhile, that dude is just vibing in fucking top all day long. This dude is just farming mounts. So this is just an elitist tryhard immediately having a fucking go at the healer that's just chilling the fuck out. It's like, I get that sometimes you can be frustrated with someone's performance. But like, why call out some chill dude in a dungeon? Why all these situations are happening specifically in a dungeon? Why the dungeon? Obligatory PayPal legend. They just have fucking. Wait, what the fuck? They just have one. They just have 1 ultimate cleared, and it was probably like ages ago because they cleared 1 tier this expansion. Dude is probably just coming back and just chilling. But like, the ultimate title, it doesn't make like, it doesn't define a good player. Definitely. Motherfucker has 3 ultimate titles and judges people in dungeons. Like, I get frustration if you're in a hurry or you're trying to get through faster, but unless there's like some context that they wiped in this dungeon because this person wasn't DPSing. Like, I don't know, and specifically because of a holy. Maybe he's actually one of those like particular healers that just heals. Maybe he's a World of Warcraft healer that aren't, you know, trended in our waves. Because like, there's no, like, however you want to feel about this, in a dungeon, there's no reason to have this fucking go at a healer just minding their own business, just vibing. Who was incredibly busy. Upon inspecting their F-Lux, I think their clear is legit. They're just trolling. I don't think they're trolling. I think they're just literally just vibing. It is a dungeon. Purchase clears are definitely uploaded. Not always. I know some people who try to hide their clears by either transferring to... they either requested like hidden logs or they transferred servers for a while. There are ways to hide clears, but... Yeah, it's like purchase clears are also kind of... They are usually uploaded, but not always. I'm watching a movie, which means I can press 2 instead of 1. I mean, still, it's like... Like how shit of a... Like, that is actually a very good point. They're a warrior. Like, what the fuck do you need? Are you dying because you're like liking healing, or you're just being upset because the healer isn't casting holy? Because if you're gonna stop the dungeon just to say, hey, you're not casting holy, why the fuck do you have an ultimate legend? It's like, what the, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. In my opinion, the warrior's in the wrong here. The warrior's in the wrong here, specifically because this is dungeon content. No one goes to specifically do dungeon content out of enjoyment. Not casuals, nor not hardcore. So this good is just going off and then going to Twitter specifically to have a go at this dude for fucking no reason, in my opinion. But it's my opinion. Healer doesn't know what Esuna is. Was doing some 90 roulette. Okay, so they're in dead ends, level 90. Got a healer that somehow got into Endwalker without using Esuna. We ended up vote abandoning as we didn't get any replacement. This was on Chaos. Okay. To be fair, and I mean this legitimately, A, don't get hit if you like. A lot of this, a lot of the initial solution to a lot of problems is usually don't get fucking hit to begin with. I know what mechanic they're talking about. On the first boss, if you get hit by any of the AoEs, like during the funny exoflares, like with the winds, you're gonna get a debuff that will essentially kill you. But until that point, there's not really any dungeons that encourage healers to use Esuna. I wouldn't be surprised that he just didn't have Esuna on his bars to begin with, because he never found a use for it. Especially if they're like a newer player. I can't even check if they're a new player, because they're just, you know, colored everything out. Green healer, blue tank, red DPS me, purple me. Oh, red DPS and purple me. Edit. Originally a comment. I've been reading and responding to some of your comments and observation. Thank you for your insights on this, especially the two that showed me how to use auto-translate. Hey, hi, hello. We have to stand on the side the wind is coming from. First fight, okay. The healer needs to Esuna the necrosis. Esuna, please. I mean... He could also just say dispel, to be fair. Because essentially Esuna is... I'm pretty sure is not Esuna on every language. Because what I found out... is that some ability skills are not always translated to English on different languages. For example, they might have a different name. I can't confirm this, I just know there are differences. So specifically auto-translate, I'm sure he learned this already. But the auto-translate would be like the best way to do this. Esuna? Question mark. You have an ability called Esuna. It's a roll ability. 4 leaves. Imagine not wanting to learn. What? How the heck did they get so far? I can answer this already, like, imagine not wanting to learn. It's like, no, that is not their fault. Because even in the Smith, you know, the one that kind of teaches the basic shit to newer players up to level 30? Even if most players don't even go there, unless they need the level 30, like, leveling gear. But even that place doesn't teach you to Esuna. There's nothing up to level 90 that teaches you to Esuna. Some debuffs appear here and there, but they're either in Savage, yeah, T, Refulgence. I'm trying to think. Nothing else doesn't really come to mind. There are some fights where you need to Esuna, but it's like if we're specifically talking about dungeons, not really in anything. Not even anything that is like remotely threatening. Like Endwalker is like one of the dungeons. Like, sorry, one of the expansions that started bringing in dungeons where you need to dispel people, otherwise they die. You need to fill them up if they got doom, otherwise they die. Like, some a bit more higher skill cap situations on mistakes, specifically. But, like, why calling this out? It's like, you have an ability called Esuna. It's a roll ability. Imagine not wanting to learn. What is this fucking call-out? This is so dumb. This should not be, like, a follow-up to this. Especially if you're, like, volunteering to teach this person mechanics and ask him to do something. How the heck? I have no idea. It would have been automatically added to their hotbar too. Yeah, but they could have also removed it. And even if it is added to your hotbars, Square Enix does a horrible job teaching new players the necessity of some skills. Right? Like, Esuna, where the fuck are you gonna use Esuna? Where the fuck are you gonna use Esuna? Like, maybe it's not coming up to mind in me. Like, maybe in my head, like, nothing pops up, like, up to dead ends. Up to dead ends, especially if a person is learning or is a newer player. Because let's be honest, if a player, this is definitely a newer player, because otherwise they wouldn't know what Esuna is, right? But it's like, I don't know, I might upload this. Like, anyone in the comments can tell me where the fuck you would need Esuna up to level 90 Dead Ends dungeon. Because nothing comes to mind, and I do roulettes almost actively. I'm in most content. It would have been automatically... and it's not like they started Sage at 80 or whatever. They started level 1 Conjurer. Yeah, still, it's like, it doesn't matter what they start. This game teaches, like, new players very poorly about what they need to do and how they need to use some abilities. Esuna is just one of those really niche situations. Like, it's the same as, like, the Black Mage, like, the caster ability to put someone to sleep. Same with healers, like, up to Endwalker, like, unless they did ultimates or anything else, I can't fucking, you know, remember. And maybe they just, like, because Sage is easy to pick up, there's a reason they didn't pick up Arcanist, because they didn't know Arcanist turns into Scholar. Again, this is me defending new players. But, like, again, like, having a fucking attitude about this, like, imagine not wanting to learn. Yeah, I play video games to hang out and be entertained. This is a... And again, this is a level 90 roulette. This is a person just going through MSQ, most likely. I think they do teach how to use Esuna in the Novice Hall tests. Ow. They don't create party lists there. We honestly, you know what? Let's check. Let me log in. I will literally log in and just confirm whether or not the Smith teaches. They need to make Esuna a skill, not a roll action. One spell, Bad Breath. Yeah. I guess Bad Breath would be that kind of situation, but in most cases of Bad Breath, it's literally a lot easier to just let Bad Breath fucking run out instead of just spamming Esuna and emptying your mana pool. Like in Arum Veil. And it's like if you're gonna hit by a dodgeable AoE, like in that dungeon, the only dangerous actual place is like the starting like ad packs. The trash like at the very start of the dungeon. Everything else, honestly, it's like if you're gonna hit by a... I'm not even like, I'm trying to think like... The last boss maybe has Bad Breath. But up to that point, I don't know. Actually, no, I think that the ads might give Bad Breath as well. But yeah, at that point, honestly, it's like if you're getting hit by Bad Breath, you're making the healer have to go through this. Okay, I will swap to Healist. For sake of argument, Conjurer, because they started as Conjurer, right? Let's swap to this. So I'm on Healer right now, specifically White Mage. The Smith. Ask about new adventures. Avoid area effect, heal an ally, heal multiple allies, avoid engaged targets, final exercise. There's nothing that teaches Esuna in this list. There's nothing. I'll even do the final exercise. Maybe there's an Esuna somewhere in there. Esuna is here. It's a level 10 ability. And we're gonna see if this teaches me how to Esuna. Actually, I don't think it does, because there's like no party here. Is there? Hold on. Let's see. Is there a party here? Yes, begin exercise. Let's see. Maybe I get a party. Or Chocobo at least. Something. Okay, I have a party. Nope. I don't get a party, so I would not even see their debuffs. Even if they get hit by anything. So this legit just doesn't freaking count. So there's literally nothing in this game that teaches them. Also, one of the... Now that I think about it, Scholars don't get healing abilities until level 30. Well, they got Physic, but it's like they don't get a healing job until level 30, right? That means like by that point, chances are they've completed the Smith. Like, tutorials on Arcanist. So chances are, even Scholars aren't being taught, like, the basics of healing. They need to, like, literally just kind of Make Smith, like, after level 30 necessary, like, mandatory every 10 levels. Otherwise, you cannot do, you know, MSQ or some shit. Because, like, even thinking right now while I'm killing this thing, it's like, trying to remember any dungeon that would require this. Esuna specifically, and that would make people learn. Was Arm Veil even MSQ? I don't think it was it? I think it was just a dungeon, it was not even necessary. They need to redo all this novice test. Yeah, they do. They need to, like, teach players, like, how to play this game, or, like, at least, like, your role abilities. Because, like, why have role abilities if you're not even gonna teach people? So scholars are not gonna learn healing through the smith, because all of the smith abilities, all the smith tests are done until level 30. Because people are gonna do it just for the level, like, the leveling gear that goes up to level 30. Like the ring and whatnot. Sestasha, Tamtara Deepcraft. I'm thinking, what would have this spell? Nothing like specifically comes to mind, unless they changed something in the older one that I don't remember. Like, I know there are abilities that are dispellable in some of these dungeons that are coming to mind. Yeah, Bad Breath definitely would be like the perfect example, but the more I think about it, like, what the fuck else? And all the dispellable situations, they're literally not life-threatening. Like, even one of the first dungeons, you know, the one where you get Doom and you need to dispel Doom by stepping on a thing? Everyone dispels their own thing instead of the healer, so it's like... Yeah, so honestly, I think it's not the person's fault. Yeah, I'm gonna retain my opinion that it's not the healer's fault. I think they literally are a newer player, because, like, the game just doesn't teach you that you need to use Esuna. I might be missing something. In the comments, let me know if you think I'm missing a particular instance that you need to do for MSQ, and that requires you to do dispels, otherwise people die. Not optional content, because again, this is a newer player. Chances are they don't fucking know half the game. They don't know what GCD rolling is or anything else. So it's like just having a go at this person, and again, I'm sure they kind of also are of the opinion that you could have used the translate function in case Esuna is different in a different language. But yeah, they just have. But it looks like they did look them up as well. They started level 1 Conjurer, Sage at 80 or whatever. It's like, okay, so they have jobs. That's it. I don't know. Maybe I'm too nice, but like still, it's like. I'm still on the side that the game needs to teach people a lot better. They gotta teach people better. P10 and the PF reroll problem. Ooh. I wonder what happened in P10. Actually, I'm curious. I've been thinking about this for a while. Party Finder norms from mid-Shadowbringers through today are significantly worse than they were in Stormblood. Okay, let's hear them out. Now, common practice is that if you think something is remotely off with the group, you should drop ASAP and join a new group. The idea, of course, is that you'll proc faster if you just keep trying until you get an ideal group that is 100% consistent. That is a long sentence. Consistent up to your exact proc level and will learn at the same pace as you. Just find a static. Just find a fucking static. Similarly, one person leaving is seen as signal for everyone else to leave, in the expectation that maybe they can find a better group too. I mean, I guess it is a very annoying situation where people will leave and then everyone else will make the group fall apart, and then it's just one person remaking the Party Finder group once again. Or someone else leaves groups, and this is not just Party Finder, by the way. This happens in statics as well. Sometimes you will have this one person who thinks they can prog a lot faster than the current group, right? And they will essentially think they can find something better, right? Because this has happened with me, for example. My group, we decided to do DSR for an entire month straight. I made a group specifically for DSR. We went every day, 1,237 kills. Not kills, pulls, until we cleared DSR. Midway, and this was essentially just a month until 6.3. So new Savage Raid was coming out soon. We all wanted to clear on patch, right? Nobody was there thinking, man, if it takes a bit longer, I'll be fine with it. No, we all wanted to clear on patch. Like, how... However you want to feel about it. Nobody wanted to focus on older content while progging a current Savage tier. And we had a black mage, who first of all was a bit dumb. Was a bit dumb. You tell him clockwise or counterclockwise, and he would ask, looking at the boss or at the wall? The arena is circular, man. What do you fucking think? What do you fucking think? And this person... Who are we talking shit about today? No, we're just checking some Reddit posts. And this black mage, 2 weeks in, decided to bail. He left the group. Basically, his reasoning for leaving the group was, hey, I want to clear this until... I want to clear this as current tier, as current patch, and I want to clear it until 6.3. I don't think I'm going to do it with this group, so I'm leaving. Okay, cool, fuck it. I respect that. Why not? Why the fuck not? You know what we did? We cleared it 3 days until 6.3. Within the month, we cleared the content. You know what else? He didn't. He didn't. I found him 2 patches later in 6.4. In an alliance raid, we chatted a bit, and then turns out he didn't clear DSR in the end. That's cool, man. So it's like, there's a lot of these people that specifically don't have a sense of, like, teamwork. And I get it. Like, everyone who joins parties essentially are in it for their own gain. You are raiding, like, a lot of people aren't raiding specifically for raiding. Us raiders who specifically raid for the experience of raiding, there's very few of us. Most people are there for the totems, for the clear, you know, for the logs, for, you know, the log checkmark that you cleared on patch, shit and shit like that, right? And it's like, obviously there's nothing wrong. You play this game for yourself. Why waste? Why are you paying a monthly sub to have everyone else hold you back? But in most cases, it's just people being impatient. Most cases, like 8 out of 10 cases, it is just a person being impatient and thinking too high of themselves. I promise you, because this situation, I've seen it so many times. I've seen it so many times. So many times. And in the end, all that talking just ended up being nothing. It ended up just being nothing. Alright, let's continue with this. The thing is, those better groups don't really exist. Nobody learns mechanics at the same rate or in the same way. And Anabiosis, this, especially P10, put this in sharp relief. Why P10? Everyone acknowledges P10 was a nightmare in early Party Finder. No. P10 was kind of chill, honestly. I kind of like that fight. But nobody really wonders whether this is a fixable prospect. Someone might be fucking up because they lied about prog, or they might be more shaken on one mechanic but very confident on the next mechanic, just from how their brain processes it. Or they might just even have just coincidentally gotten distracted by like loud noise twice at the same place within 2 pulls. That is very specific. I want to know the context now. Looking at it from the other direction, P10 is a fight that benefits from knowing other players' movement habits. No. Wait, what? Hold on. What the fuck is this person talking about? For example, if you know which angle your stack partner is likely to come from, or the tanks know how each other party member is going to try and intercept the turret, they can just adjust around that. This familiarity can be built within a group that only sticks around for 10 minutes until what? Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. How do you... Wait, what the... I'm thinking on P10S right now, right? How do you need to react to someone else's fucking movement? Everyone has their own job. In what situation do you need... Like, everyone has their own positions. I'm thinking, like, spreads. Pairs. Everyone has their own positions. What do you need to specifically, like, plan around? There's no rot that you need to pass around. There's no tethers that you need to pass around. Like, the solutions to the problems and puzzles in that fight are very simple. I don't understand what this person is talking about, actually. In Stormblood, it was normal for Party Finder groups to stick things out for at least a lockout. If not more than one. This was partially down to a much smaller raiding population, but also down to a lingering habit from when everyone remembered several locked party finder that could take hours to fill. Regardless of its origins, the consequences of this behavior is that tank and healer pairs in any given party finder group got used to each other, and partners for mechanics got to cleanly negotiate consistent movement points. P10 would still be hostile to party finder because it's easier to build this kind of rapport in a static, but it would have been much less hostile if players were willing to give each other a little more grace and adjusting to each other's I don't fucking understand. Chad, am I bugging? He's specifically naming P10S. The fucking crab building, right? What do you need to adjust there to? Like, the more I think about it, it's like there's select people for certain mechanics. Okay, the web bridge needs to be in certain positions. Only 4 players are going to get them. 2 of them being tanks. So that's half a problem already solved. You need to be... The turrets are proximity, so even moving around them, it's like... You just dodge wherever the fuck people are being pushed. There is like the curse pattern, but it's like... It's just another pattern that you need to memorize, that you just need to not be in the middle. You can essentially just go north and south if you want safe positions. I don't know, the more I think about it, I think this person is having a lot of trouble with some weird mechanic in P10S, and he just doesn't like people not playing around him. The more I'm not gonna assume what this player is or how they play, but by the sounds of it, they're just unhappy that people aren't playing around them. Because the more I think about it, it's not clicking with me. The stacks, the pair stacks. Is that what he's talking about? Maybe the pair stacks, like after the pushback. You just run towards your pair. I don't know. It's like the more I think about it, I can't figure it out. Similarly, one person leaving is seen as a signal for everyone to also have leave. Been player since 3.0, and it has always worked this way. Yeah, I was kind of thinking, like, I did do their little Stormblood party finder, because I only started playing at the tail end of Stormblood. But like even now, I'm thinking kind of like, I'm pretty sure this has been around, not just in this game, but a lot of other ones. And I'm pretty sure it was like pre-Stormblood as well. Doesn't make any sense to me is one of the reasons I quit doing Party Finder. People would rather spend another hour waiting for a fresh party. Yeah, we know this. You must be from Gilgam. I don't know what that means. I play in Ultras. Some ditch and try a different group. Like the most the biggest thing people can actually comment on is specifically the filling up and leaving, which kind of is like is a very good point, right? It's a very good point. Like if one person leaves, why is everyone else leaving? Why is everyone thinking this is gonna fall apart? Why not stay for a bit longer? I kind of get it in a way, but like obviously something needs to be done about it. But I'm still just confused about specifically the P10 part. I'm just gonna assume this person has just been like having problems specifically filling up a P10S group, and somehow people are not adjusting. I don't know, maybe this person is a black mage. Something, I don't know. It's hard to tell, like, but like I feel like he has a particular situation in P10, but he somehow makes it a Party Finder problem specifically. Because Party Finder has massive amounts of problem, and it's not specifically with the game, it's specifically with the people. And something is just making people do this. It's like, it's not his fault, but on the other hand, it's not really Party Finder's fault either. On one hand, it's like nobody's obligated to stay longer. On the other hand, they probably should stay longer because it's going to be more beneficial, unless it's literally just going to fall apart immediately, unless someone starts, having arguments that are just taking more time than it should. I don't know. Hard to tell, honestly. This is a very particular problem. I wish I could get a bit more context on the whole P10S thing. Now, this title fucking killed me. This title fucking killed me when I was reading it. My girlfriend broke up with me because of changes to black mage. I know, like, It was kind of funny when they announced the whole thing with black mages, and then we saw the media tour. Even people in the media tour were saying like, "Oh, black mages are not gonna be happy. I'm not happy about these changes." A lot of people immediately, the moment media tour dropped, half an hour later, I saw like a bunch of tweets on Twitter like, I'm gonna go live and tell my thoughts on the new black mage. I'm not happy." Or they're releasing their thoughts in videos right now, but it's like, the title is, yeah, it's killing me. I like, the Black Mage Lounge, on balance, was in fucking shambles. So my girlfriend and I have always loved Final Fantasy XIV, and her favorite class was Black Mage. However, with the new changes, she got sad because she would never enjoy it anymore. I mean, I know the changes can swap some playstyle, but I don't feel like it's gonna be that dramatic that you're just not gonna like it anymore because of that one thing. Because if one or two changes to your job are gonna like kill the job for you, I feel like you weren't enjoying specifically the black mage job. I said also, like, what does that tell about you as a raider? If just one few couple changes like are gonna happen and you immediately break down. I said she could try a different class. She had only used Black Mage, and that she might like Pictomancer because she likes painting IRL. She then looked me dead in the eyes and said, "If you really knew me, you'd know I only play Black Mage. Do you even love me?" What the fuck? If you really knew me, you'd only know I only play Black Mage. Do you even love me? That was when she broke up with me, and our relationship of 5 years. God, I hope this is a bit. I hope this is a bit, because if there is a black mage player out there somewhere that acts like this, because like I've dealt with a lot of specifically black mage players that act like very wildly about like either changes or underperformance. Like I had black mages like literally to give me their whole, I want to be Hokage Naruto fucking speech about I want to become the best black mage, so I'm gonna be trying to do my best. But it's like, I'm telling you, you've been wiping us on fucking P1 in top for 3 weeks now. You need to fucking go. You need to go. You're doing less damage than fucking 3 other jobs in our group, and you're constantly wiping us. You need to go. I don't care about your fucking dream to become Hokage. Go away. And it's like, oh, Christ. Nobody tell Frosty he's gonna fucking start another Black Mage round again. I got sad from the breakup, and I wasn't paying attention while I was driving to work, and then got into a car accident. What the... There's a second season to this, holy shit. The accident got me severely injured, so I ended up at the hospital. Because I'm in the US, my medical bills were ridiculously high. Then out of anger, I yelled at my boss one time, which got me fired, and now I can't pay rent anymore. The Black Mage changes just ruined this dude's life. Holy shit. Then for some reason, I got a call from the Mafia. And they say they'd give me a job to get money to pay my rent. So I joined them, and in a bank robbery gone wrong, an explosion blew off one of my legs, and the Mafia fired me. So I made a prosthetic leg out of gold club I stole from the Mafia, and now I have a stick leg like a pirate, as my rent payment is getting closer to the due dates. All of this could have been prevented, but no, the Black Mage class had to be changed. It is satire, isn't it? Oh, Chad. Is it mean of me that I legit hoped that the first 2 parts were real? I get it, it's mean, it's not nice, but I was hoping this would be real, because it would be giga funny. But now that it's satire, it is still funny if it's just... Skill issue. Skill fucking issue. If only the healers adjusted your medical bill. For real, why didn't they heal me? Black Mage, big lesbian mama. It is Pride Month, that's true. What the Sigma? Sigma balls Lamau got him. He's so real for that, actually. In hindsight, I should have expected this, because this is on shitpost XIV. But this is... I love this. What is this? Cure bot, ignore chat. I marked, they read chat. Tried to tell them they had damage, got ignored for the rest of the instance. White Knight Dragoon, Machinist was the 4th. They kept reapplying the mark I originally put on them. Huh? Okay, the reason I picked this... the reason I picked this is because... there was just so much information kind of compressed into one title. And half of it just kind of falls apart. It just stops making sense to me. But like, let's check it out. I love that there's also like tags specifically CureBot. Howdy, please don't CureBot. I did ask and was ignored. Waiting for them to reach chat a moment. Okay, they probably saw. Neat. Please deal damage. Wait, did they actually like this whole? Did this whole conversation take like 4 minutes? Is this like in an instance or? I wonder what this is. I hope it's like at least in a raid fight, because that would kind of make sense. But it's like if this is in a dungeon, this is just this has no right to be on a fucking like. Deal damage with what? I do jack for damage. You have holy and stone and dia. Big. It's the fucking holy argument again, isn't it? The fact that he started with holy, I think they're in a dungeon. I'll just report it after. Why report it? Why are you reporting people for not being taught their fucking skills? You're wasting more time complaining about a Grizz. Healer DPS is a non-issue in these low-level dungeons. It's a low-level dungeon. Like, even this argument aside, it's just the fact that you're gonna start having a go at the healer. Why are there so many posts about healers just not doing enough damage in dungeons? Who gives a shit about dungeons? Nobody's committed to the nobody is subscribed to 14 to do dungeons. Going out of your way to put that mark back up every time is also extremely petty and childish. I agree. If someone is spamming a mark over your head just to make you fucking listen to them, it is kind of petty. I only did it once, so that's funny. I guess someone else was like putting on them, but it's like it's all amigo. Oh no, it actually is. Judging by the background. But it's like still, it's like... Okay, so I have dungeons like this, right? Sometimes I'll queue in, I'll do a leveling roulette, maybe something else. Someone's underperforming, someone's not DPSing, someone's like having trouble tanking. I just, you know, I just don't have arguments. Because let's be honest, like, which fucking argument in a dungeon ever turned out to be actually reasonable? One person argued over fucking Esuna, which is a skill the game that just doesn't fucking teach you to use. It just gives it to you. Same here, it's like... Healer, I'm gonna stop and wait for them to read the chat. Healer, use these skills, you must, or I'll just report you. Fucking... Get off your fucking high horse. Holy shit. Might as well. Grismore Methlar. Grismore Methlar. On Brynhilder. So this is... Okay. So this is the dude that is giving this dude shit in a dungeon. He's not really even clearing anything, but he's teaching people how to play in dungeons. It's definitely not an alt, because alts don't really have that many level jobs. Although that's probably not true either. It could be anything, but like still, it's like... You have been playing the game for a while, because you have a lot of jobs leveled. I assume you were leveling in that dungeon as well. A lot of your gear is honestly just tombstone gear, not even augment. Like, okay, some pieces are augmented, but they're specifically the jewelry. Any other ones? Also, I'm guessing these are all his sets, yeah. 530 red mage. Yeah, so he's one of the newer players, but like, still, it's like... I'm not even looking at just savage clears, but just like, at least clear like some extremes or anything. Otherwise, you're just a person that doesn't really do any proper like PvE content. And you are just giving shit to someone in a fucking dungeon. I don't know. Note to self, holy is a mitigation because it makes enemies blind and can do shit for 7 seconds in total. Yeah, sure. Oh my god, you're right. I don't really think it would have mattered what I said. I'm just losing what chill I had. I mean, you should be fucking chill to begin with. Like, why? You stopped an entire dungeon just to give this person shit. TLDR, I wish I'm out of patience with cure bots. Probably could have been nicer to start, but I'm tired of this game being babysitting simulator. Don't be nicer, kick him. I mean, like, again, it's like... This is your problem, honestly. It's like, you're stopping an entire dungeon just because someone's healing. Because someone's healing and doing their job. I get it, like, sometimes you want to optimize and make everyone contribute. You know, let's do this faster. This counts in raids, where everyone needs to contribute to a particular goal, because everyone has personal responsibility. In a dungeon, why is everyone trying to optimize the beginner skills in a dungeon? Let the fucking healers chill. The healers have like the worst situation in this game. Tanks as well, mind you. There's good reasons why people don't want to fucking play healers and tanks, because this game just doesn't teach you DPS. You just gotta DPS. You gotta DPS and do more DPS if possible, right? Tanks and healers have a lot more responsibility. And this fucking responsibility is just not taught to them. What their skills do, reprisal, arm's length. How many fucking players, it's baffling how many players just don't know what arm's length can do in a dungeon, right? Like... all these people having a go at like healers that possibly just don't know what the fuck they're doing because the game isn't teaching them. Maybe, again, this is a healer from another fucking game where it's not really encouraged to DPS and you just have to keep your team alive. Why? Like, this is just very petty. I get the person lost his shell, maybe he's meeting these too often, but like still, it's like... the dungeon is not a place for you to start giving people shit while also not really achieving anything specifically PvE related. Because like... if this person would do harder content, Savage or Extreme, maybe they're a casual, mind you, yeah, sure, why not? But like, if you're a casual player, let's not make casual players teach other casual players or newbies, because they're probably not the person that, like, you know, goes out of the way to learn the knowledge of the game. But like, if you would have cleared extremes and you would have worked with other people to make that workout, if you've cleared any savage fights, you would have known about personal responsibility, specifically in raids. Dungeons would have looked so fucking chill for you. You wouldn't have started any arguments if you cleared those fights. Any fights, honestly. I'll leave any dungeon if the tank is either Gunbreaker or Dark Knight. I only want Warrior Paladin. DPSing is boring. Sure, I guess. I really wish the game did a better job of teaching you how to play. Yeah, I agree. I definitely... Arm's Length is so good for big pulls. It is! It's so fucking good! A lot of players, like... if anyone is watching this video, I want you to know, Arm's Length on melee and tanks. If an enemy hits you, non-boss enemies, mind you, if a big group of enemies start hitting you, their casting speed slows down, and their attack speed slows down. It is so fucking good in dungeons. It's so fucking good. Battle Mentor gets upset and kicks me for pulling ahead. Feat enabling DPS. Okay. Enter in Snoke. Chad, why is all this shit happening specifically in dungeons? Why is it always in dungeons? Hiya. Okay, hi. Yo. Can you not pull, please? Why? You're not the tank? That doesn't make sense. Your job is to hold aggro, not exclusively pull. You're one of those. Wonderful. Right back at you. Lol. You're one of those. Wonderful. Right back at you. Is this just two fucking mentors just having a dick off? Because, like, right back at you, I feel like both of these people are mentors. It's just two mentors just, like, you know, flexing their fucking crown for no reason. Because a large portion of people dungeons are the hard content. I guess people are the hard content. They are the, you know, the obstacle of clearing a dungeon. Casual players need something to complain about. Actually, that is a good point. They don't have enough, like, you know, satellite camera drama to deal with. They have to deal with something. It's either the modding community or dungeons, I guess. But, like, I do agree that sometimes it's like, don't pull ahead of the tank. Because A, even if they're not a mentor, it doesn't matter which dungeon, maybe it's a learning tank, or maybe they're still not confident they're tanking. Tanking carries responsibility, that is part of the job. Even if it's like from the sidelines, it looks very chill. Like a good tank will make tanking look very fucking easy. A shit tank can, you can see they're struggling. You can see they're fucking dying and begging you for help, right? But it's like, yeah, like pulling ahead of a tank... Hold on. Gets upset and kicks me for pulling ahead. So it's this dickhead that pulls ahead of the tank. So if the tank is not pulling every pack, maybe they're not confident in it. Maybe they're still learning. Maybe they're reading their tooltips mid-pull. Who the fuck knows? But if you're pulling ahead and actually bitching about that they're not letting you pulling ahead, it's like, you're optimizing their performance for you. And again, in a dungeon, this should not be a case of mid-maxing. You pull ahead of tank, I let you die. I mean, yeah, you pull, you tank. The whole fucking thing. He could have literally just taken off his tank stance to make a point. Again, I feel like the mentor system was a mistake in this game. They should not be relying on mentors to teach anyone anything. Because people get the mentor roulette, like the mentor crown, like it's a fucking achievement. They get the mentor crown specifically to get a mount. I feel like the mentor crown should be bestowed by the GMs or some shit. I don't know, something. Or people need to apply for it. And then have their, like, chat logs checked. I don't know. I just mentor for mount, fuck them kids. Exactly, it's like a lot of these mentors are just kind of like there for the crown. But it just sounds like it's just a couple of mentors just kind of flexing their crown for no fucking reason. I do agree that you should not be fucking pulling ahead of the tank, because, like... what are you, in a hurry? If you're in a hurry, you shouldn't have fucking queued up into a dungeon. And this is like the very start of the dungeon too. Like, look at this, entering Snowcloak, and the conversation starts. And it's always in fucking dungeons, isn't it? Yeah, so whoever posted this is a bit of a dickhead in the head. I just got harassed, was leveling a alt tank, and I died at the first big pull. Okay, I apologize since it was my own fault for not popping home gang. We keep dying because healer no heal. Last room I only pulled 2 mobs. And the healer pulls everything else. By the way, I only have 2 level 90s, lol. Okay. Hello. Hi. Sorry, that was my bad. Okay, he apologized. And this dude is already throwing fucking emotes. Healer no heal. Yes. Was not me this time. Wait, oh yeah, this is like 10 minutes later. Someone else wiped. You have all 90s, just curious. Are you talking about me? Probably. Lol, okay. You know what? Might as well check. It's either this one or this one. Let's check. So this person has 2 level 90s. This person has no 90s. I'm gonna assume it's this person, because they're mentioning people's level 90 jobs, right? He did leave the names out, so people can check. So... the tank only has 2 level 90 jobs. He's leveling a tank. I'm guessing even in his head, when he says alt, he means just an alt job. It's actually just a person starting to play the game. Yeah, mountains, 22, minus 34. I think... sorry. I think this person is just leveling. He's just kind of enjoying and minding his own fucking business at this point. Some GG is going to be a nightmare next, I expect. No. I think it's going to be good. Because it actually brings fucking natural selection in. It's gonna call out some people, because you now can actually check whether or not they're fucking good. I know them, they're so sweet. You actually know this person? Like the tank, specifically? People are going to gatekeep the fuck out of Party Finder. It's me, I'm gatekeep. I mean, me probably as well. I normally don't check people's logs when they join my group, but if they're gonna start messing up, I will probably have like the urge to double check whether or not they're on the same proc point as me. Was not me this time, you have all 90s. Yeah, so this statement is already incorrect. He just pulled this out of his ass. Are you going to play right? What the fuck? Excuse me? Speaks Louder. Are you... Okay. So this person is already being really fucking annoying. Again, still no savage, no extremes, few mounts, also leveling. So this is just a newer player as well. Yeah, it's just a newer player as well. So this person starts role-playing in chat aggressively. Speaks louder. Are you going to play right? Do you see now? Slaps glasses on his face. Or you can be an asshole about it. Come on, people, don't be complete muppets about things. Yeah, the red mage kind of cry, like, chill the fuck out. Just, again, duty roulette. This is not anything specific. I mean, I am being one for a good reason. Nuh-uh. Reason's stupid. Now stop getting on my nerves and big man and play right, Jeebus. Dude, you should know how to play right with all your classes, and yet instead you have been giving me a hard time from the start. What the fuck is this guy's problem? Dude is playing a sage. I don't think this person is just like very familiar with healing. Because again, this player looks newer than the other one. Yeah, he's newer than this player at this point. But yeah, this is like... A, if you're in a dungeon, again, if you're gonna start shit in a dungeon, remember, like, as soon as the dungeon is done, chances are you will never see the other person ever again. You can either blacklist them, and then, like in Dawn Trail, we're getting a new function where you blacklist people and you just don't see them at all anymore. But it's like, if you're new to the game, you're not probably the, you know, the catalyst to teach other people how to play. And don't roleplay. Don't start fucking doing this shit. This is just annoying. It's not proving a point, you're just being annoying. Like, it doesn't matter if even if you were saying something that would make sense. It doesn't matter if you're saying something that makes sense or if you're correct. If you're trying to be annoying about it, you're just gonna be annoying. That's it. Like, it does... if I'm gonna be saying... Okay, a good example. Because I played Elite Sniper earlier. He did nothing wrong! If I'm gonna say like a fucking idiot, it doesn't matter what I'm saying is right or wrong. I'm just being annoying, that's it. Before the comments fucking go on me, Hitler was an asshole and he should have been killed sooner. Don't go at me, I'm not a Nazi. But yeah, it's like, just don't immediately be so childish and annoying. Oh boy. Anyways, that's all the Reddit pages, and it's already giving me a fucking aneurysm. Holy shit.